So I do have to download the grades, but it puts them into an Excel, so it's pretty simple. And then I just send it off to the instructor. We're very fortunate to have a great working relationship with our English department.
I think for the SDEP tutorial,
we did the certificates.
Yeah, we did certificates, and then there's also a function where you can actually it was through SoftChalk, so that they had their grading in the cloud, so you can actually let them download their own grades.
Yeah, the instructor can actually go in.
And I was interested in that. I was wondering if you ever had faculty difficulties with what do they do with the information once they get it? Do they have to export it into something instead of...
Well, yeah,
We ended up doing it for them.
Yeah, so I just try to make their lives a little easier, help them buy into it. So I actually just go, I do add every English instructor to their section, so they have the ability to go into the LIBR class as well. So they could go and see the grades. I just try to make their lives easier. So I go and download them and send them off. But they're, like I said, we're very fortunate to have a great relationship with them, and that's what makes it successful. Okay.
Question, I'm on my smartphone furiously trying to find that black guy.
Oh, yes.
So I can email it to
We have the tiny URL. It's, let me get it right. It's NLC Library. Yeah, I should say it out loud. I'm sorry, we didn't think of that. NLClibrary.libguides.com. Yes. And then /TLA 2014. And if you go to the NLC Library Guides, if you just even go there, it should be under recent.
No, it's not published.
Okay. It's right there. Okay. It's NLC Library.
Yeah.
One word.
Sorry, I didn't know this many people would be interested. I only made 40 handouts.
NLClibrary.libguides.com /TLA 2014.
And you are going to put it up on?
I'm going to put it up on the DELRT blog, which is on Blogger. Just look for TLA.DELRT blog, and I'll post it.
And it'll be in TLA as well too. We're going to upload, all it is going to be the URL, so you can basically get that to anyways. But yeah, we want you to know about this.
Yes. Yes, and we even have a little, if you guys do your tablets and smartphones, we have a TLA feedback, which is a lot of fun. And this is one of the freebies that you can use. It's Padlet. And you can actually modify the responses. I don't know if you've used this before. You can just write right on the wall. You can leave comments. So if you guys know something really fun and really cool, please leave a comment.
Yeah, all you have to do is double click and you put like a sticky note on there. So that might be something that you could do with your own LibGuide if you have this. I know a lot of libraries do now. Padlet's free, and you could have students respond to questions perhaps that way. You can moderate these, but we turned off the moderation. We figured you guys were all okay.
You're adults.
But if you were working with students, you might want to turn on that moderation. There's a lot of different things that you can do. I mean, even now, Kristen and I are not at the same institution anymore. So this week we were using Blackboard Collaborate to meet virtually and go over this a little bit. So there's a lot of things out there that you can either get free accounts for. It may be limited, obviously, but it may work just fine for you. Or check with your institutions. Sometimes you find out you have access to something you didn't even know. So if you have an innovation center, a distance learning area, check with them to see what's available for your institution. Because you may be able to use that, what's already purchased, and you just didn't even know they had it. That tends to happen to us. It's like they've got a secret, right? And they don't want to tell you about it. Other questions?
I tried to track down some statistical software once. That didn't work very well for the record.
Well, that's pretty much all we have for you today. If you have other questions you don't want to say them out loud, please come up front and see us. And we will make sure that this is published as well on the TLA website, so you'll have that URL for it to get back to this easily. So again, as Kristen said, if you know of other resources that we don't have up there, you can send us an email, of course, but you can also put it up on the Padlet and we'll add it. So we want to keep this resource going for everybody.
Are you planning on integrating the new ACRL information literacy guidelines?
Did you just open up a can of worms?
I didn't even mention that. I think I had the old or the current ACRL standards, and that's the next one.
We'll have to see what they end up being, and I think we all kind of have to wrap our heads around it. I know Kristen and I were discussing that one night this week, and they're definitely a little, yeah, that's right, so we're going to keep it all politically correct. They're definitely different than what we're accustomed to. But, if that is the direction that ACRL goes to, then yes, we will certainly try to incorporate those into. I've got to get the old ones out of my head first, though.
Yeah.
So it may take a little while. I'm old.
Come up with some new assessment strategies to do that too.
Sure, but it's definitely, yeah, I think it's definitely a step in a different direction for us as librarians. But, you know, we're flexible. You know, we can meet the challenge, I have no doubt. So,
As we were
yeah.
discussing before, be prepared, right?
That's right, you know, for sure, because things are going to change. I mean, things have changed for us so much over the years. You know, when I started in the early 90s, handouts